Although the James Gunn DCU have barely started, cracks are already rearing their ugly head. With the newly established DC studios, plenty of changes are on the horizon. This means that the overwhelming majority of previous cast members will not be returning to their respective superhero roles. As one can imagine, this has been a topic of contention for plenty of DCU fans. Under the brand new DC universe, an all-new slate will be introduced. This slate will be called God and Monsters and will run for a duration of 10 years. This brand new era under James Gunn will kick off in 2025 with an all-new Man of Steel. From there, plenty more movies and series will be released under Phase 1. Although not officially confirmed yet, the conclusion of God and Monsters will likely be an all-new Justice League movie. However, before we can start with the new slate, the current era first need to end. In order to conclude the old DCU, a lot of stories need to conclude. Currently, Shazam! Fury of the Gods is in theaters. While produced under the old leadership, Shazam is one of the superheroes that we will be saying goodbye to in its current form. While nothing is confirmed yet, Zachary Levi will likely not be returning for another Shazam movie. With Dwayne Johnson also released from his duties as Black Adam, this whole universe will not be addressed within the first slate under James Gunn. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is currently playing in theaters. Although fans seem to really enjoy the movie, sadly it is quite the box office disappointment. Shazam opened to a dismal $30 million, which by today's standard is not as much as many might think. With a budget of $120 million, the movie will have to make 3 times that to just break even. Considering that neither the first movie nor Black Adam could break that $400 million barrier, it is likely that Shazam! Fury of the Gods won't either. Within the same universe, Jason Momoa's Aquaman is also set to come to an end. Aquaman is set to release on the 25th of December 2023. It will have quite a star-studded cast. As stated, the titled character will be portrayed for the last time by Jason Momoa. Alongside him will be his co-star Amber Heard as Mira and Nicole Kidman as Atlanta. While the first movie did make quite the splash, the second movie is riddled with a bit more controversy. First and foremost, we do need to address the bed-pooping elephant in the room. The choice not to fire Amber Heard have been met with much pushback from fans. After the trial with Johnny Depp, many felt like she should have been the one to lose her job instead of him. Additionally to that, the movie is allegedly not doing very well during screen tests. In fact, the screen test did so poorly that Momoa is allegedly happy to leave the role due to this. Then there is one more movie under the old leadership set to come out. On the 16th of June 2023, Ezra Miller will be making their way to the big screen as Flash. While it is unclear exactly what will happen in this movie, most believe that it is here where the James Gunn universe will begin. While James Gunn's Superman is not set to release until 2025, it is expected that Flash will erase the old Snyderverse. Once this happens, it is also believed that Ezra Miller will be the only Snyderverse actor to hold on to their job. While no full commitment is made yet, leadership at DC seems keen to keep Miller. With many current controversies under their name, many fans did expect the studio to fire them. However, if rumors are to be believed, that will not be happening. While we are saying goodbye to so many old faces, at least we'll be returning to their old role. James Gunn might be keen to get rid of the Snyderverse, but he is not ready yet to say goodbye to his own creations. As most know, Gunn is not new to the DCU. He was previously in charge of 2 projects. He is the director of the rebooted Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Recently, James Gunn did confirm that Margot Robbie will be returning to the DCU as Harley Quinn. While it is still unclear exactly within what capacity she will be making her return, it will likely involve the Suicide Squad once again. With Amanda Waller set to get her own show, we could see Robbie appear in that. Gunn did previously state that movies and series will directly speak to one another. With that in mind, the upcoming HBO Max show, Waller is a very likely home for Harley Quinn. With that said, it is also worth pointing out that this supervillain or anti-villain can fit in anywhere. The upcoming The Brave and the Bold Batman and Robin movie could also feature the Clown Princess. While Quinn does have her very own movie, it is unlikely that she will get another. If that was the case, Gunn would have announced it under his DC slate. A big point of contention for James Gunn is also Henry Cavill. For a while, there was lots of uncertainty about the Man of Steel until it was formally announced that a complete rewrite was in the works. With this announcement, Henry Cavill departed from the DCU. Within his departure, Cavill did provide fans with a bit of insight into his future. He stated that he and Gunn had a conversation about him still being part of the DCU but just within a different role. At the time, many did not know exactly what that meant. However, it is now being reported that James Gunn did hold true to his original statement and is asking for the return of Henry Cavill. It should be noted though that this return will not involve Superman. Reports have been making the rounds that Cavill was asked to return to the DCU but rejected James Gunn's offer due to an extremely busy schedule. We do know that Cavill is busy with Warhammer, although it remains uncertain if this was a contributing factor in his decision not to return. There are some contradicting rumors making the rounds that many stars do not want to return due to how Gunn handled the reboot. In addition to Henry Cavill, you also have Ben Affleck, who will be wrapping up his duties as the Dark Knight. Affleck recently came out and spoke about his time as Batman, and it does not look like he enjoyed his time very much. In an interview, he stated that he turned to drinking and other dark thoughts while working on Justice League. Ben stated that they were close to wrapping Justice League when Zack Snyder had to leave due to the death of his daughter. With 60 days of filming left, Joss Whedon took over and somehow the movie still failed. Affleck stated that it was such a bad experience that he does not want to work for the DCU moving forward. He stated that although James Gunn did ask for him to be involved, he cannot be part of DC anymore. According to Ben, current leadership wants him to play a director's role, which he turned down. There is plenty of reports that state current leadership still favors Ben Affleck as Batman. Thus, it does not surprise me that they asked him to direct. Ben Affleck was scheduled to direct a standalone Batman movie previously. Sadly, that did not pan out. Moving forward under the new James Gunn DCU, there is plenty to look forward to. It is important to remember that it will take time for this universe to take shape. Building something from the ground up is never easy. DC studios are new and they never previously existed. Unlike Marvel, who had the luxury of being somewhat independent of Disney under their own studio, DC never had that. Until now, they were always just Warner Bros. That released DC films. For the first time ever, there is now a DC studio with a separate CEO. With this in mind, only time will truly tell how all of this is going to play out.